We have new documents given by the FBI. This is before the shutdown. These Strzok emails that we've been getting FBI as they've been stringing us along at the rate of 500 pages a month or so. Of course, we don't even get the full 500 pages. I think this is 180 pages of the 500 they gave us. So, so they've withheld more than they've given to us. But this is an astonishing release in that it instructs own emails. It shows that there was a month's delay between the finding of the Weiner laptop that had all of the Clinton emails on it and them getting a subpoena for the said emails. Now, I know they mentioned that in the IG report, and the IG report suggested that that delay, it wasn't unreasonable to suggest that that delay was caused by Strzok's animus for Trump, because he was focused on Trump at that time and he didn't want to get involved with Clinton. On November 23rd, 2016, Strzok sends an email to Page with a Weiner timeline document. Now, who's Anthony Weiner? Anthony Weiner, if you don't remember, was the husband of Huma Abedin, who was Hillary Clinton's confidant, top aide at the State Department. Abedin was the only other State Department official, as best we can tell, who had a secret email account on the Clinton email server. Abedin's emails were found all over on, and who knows, and Clinton's emails accordingly, found on Weiner's laptop. They shared the laptop. So on 9/26/2000, this is in the dead most important part, dead center, most important part of the presidential campaign. They get a search warrant for the Weiner laptop, the New York State office, New York office in the FBI. 9/28. This is what there's a Strzok talking. They found potential Clinton-related material, MYE material, mid-year exam related material. There's a conference call between the New York office of the FBI on 9/29 and Strzok. And 19. New York office completes carving, which means it seems to me that they carved out the emails they thought were related to the Clinton email scandal. 10/21/16. Again, the tells the DOJ, what about these emails? Because no one was looking at them. 10/25/16, DOJ conversation with the deputy director of the FBI. Who was deputy director? Andrew McCabe. Next day, there's a call with the DOJ, the Strzok team investigating Clinton, and the New York office of the FBI. And they decide, oh, maybe we should look at this. The next day, Comey on the 27th, and on 10/30, they get the search warrant, get the documents, because they didn't get a search warrant, evidently. They just got a search warrant for the Weiner laptop because of his sexual predator investigation. And then they finally get the documents. It only happened after pushback and pushback over the course of a month. So Hillary Clinton is protected for a full month. Peter Strzok and the FBI from it being publicly discussed that all of her Clinton emails, there were a bunch of emails on the Weiner laptop. Now, Judicial Watch did get the emails, at least much of what we believe, the emails from the Weiner laptop. They were produced to us. It was classified information on Anthony Weiner's laptop. We proved that. Strzok pretends to have reviewed it clearly, the thousands of emails in a record in a pace that was That's not believable, meaning he didn't really review them. Because remember that Comey sent that letter to the Congress, and then we found some stuff, and then he had to retract it later that, oh, well, maybe it's not terribly important after all. My ballistic. Believe it or not, I'm sympathetic to Clinton on the FBI's abuse of the 2016 election. I mean, Comey was a disaster. He thought he Solomon. He conducts an investigation that was fraudulent. He knows there's a cover-up, so to protect his reputation, his FBI's reputation, he holds this press conference in July saying, oh, well, there's going to be no prosecution, but she's the worst person in the world. His job. He should have just said, I'm not recommending prosecution. And then they do this fake investigation and suppress evidence, as demonstrated here. And in the middle of the election, he sends a darn letter to the Congress, again suggesting more criminal activity by Hillary Clinton. And I believe there was criminal activity by Hillary Clinton. Comey's handling of the investigation was deplorable. It was political. Frankly, the only reason the FBI was doing much of anything was because people were complaining it wasn't doing anything. Embarrassed by Judicial Watch was doing more work than they were. We were questioning witnesses. They were using our FOIA documents to question people, folks. Can you believe that? Our FOIA documents were the basis for the FBI investigation of Clinton. So, Strzok was forwarding garbage anti-Trump information within the FBI. So you've got a news article called FBI Making Inquiry to Ex-Trump Campaign Managers Form Ties. Same day, he forwards the page a Mother Joke, which is a far-left publication. A veteran spy has given the FBI information alleging a operation to elevate Donald Trump, which, as you know, is bunk. So that's what Strzok is doing, sending around smear jobs against the. Oh, by the way, while he's doing this, he's supposedly reviewing all those emails, by the way. The 300,000 or so that were found on the Weiner laptop, allegedly. Incredible. I encourage you to go to our website through all the emails. I can go through because this is a case where you've got to go look at the information, because I could spend 2 hours just talking about the emails we found just in this one release that we. But go ahead, and you got maybe all these FBI agents and DOJ prosecutors nothing to do and quote are teleworking. Maybe they can go to Judicial Watch's website and look at our material. Maybe they can go over to the State Department and look at that report that violations related to mishandling classified and other sensitive material on Hillary Clinton's email system, some of which were purposeful. Maybe they can look at that, or they can pull all these emails showing obstruction and cover-up in the FBI and Justice Department. But I encourage you to do that as well. So another issue is also this week at least on Hillary Clinton is, now you may recall that Clinton is subject to testimony in our Benghazi email records case. Federal judge ordered that she be deposed within 75 days, which runs on May 16th. And rather than agree to be deposed, she filed a unique and an emergency mandamus action, which is more against the court than even against Judicial Watch, trying to get the appellate court to overturn and protect from having to be deposed. And her argument is that she has the indisputable right not to be deposed. She's too important a government official or government official in this case, to be deposed by little old Judicial Watch about this. And you think I'm kidding? Go look at it. Go look at her plea. The court's got significant questions about use of the email system to avoid. And what did her lawyers say in this brief? That questions are beside the point. How do you like them apples? So the coronavirus crisis hasn't stopped litigation. Certainly, it didn't stop Hillary Clinton from seeking emergency court action in an effort to keep out of question by our colleagues, my attorney colleagues. Ramona Kotka would be the lawyer questioning her. And Ramona and the legal team now are work testifying. And it's due today. And the courts ordered the response of Hillary Clinton to that, the reply, due on April 10th. So it will be fully briefed within a few weeks. Actually, next week at this point. Right? And then the court will decide. The court will hold a hearing. It's an appellate court. These days, the courts have been holding telephonic hearings. But because it's a mandamus, they're often indicted in terms of consideration by the appellate court. So we'll see what happens. But I just want to highlight that Judicial Watch is keeping up the heavy lifting during the coronavirus. We are in a stillness in that regard, that's for sure.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.